Yeah, I basically want to be drunk all the time just to cope with what I felt to be unbearable heartache that I felt constantly. I mean, I'd just be flat out fully intoxicated at work, and they didn't care because I was so good at what I did. At this time, it was sales. This is like kind of after the music career had already fell apart. To be under some form of sedation or intoxication as often as possible was the goal, just to numb the agony and heartache. It literally hurts like just thinking back on it. Death to me, would have been better. But as someone who believed in God, you can't do that because suicide is not exactly the best way to get to heaven. So I felt kind of trapped and forced to bear the pain day in and day out. Alcohol started off with me just being curious, then it became the thing to do. And from that point, it became I'm definitely not going out anywhere if I'm not drinking, to me being just dependent on alcohol to have any fun. And then ultimately, you become a slave to it. So it's like I was attempting to use alcohol to help fix a problem that it had helped cause, which of course only made it worse and worse. So I was in this like downward spiral headed straight to the abyss. I was completely out of control. I don't even want to say some of the things I did, but I was out of control. This was prior to my experience with demonic possession, but these were some of the activities that opened the door to demons in my life that would lead to it. I know today that the Lord allowed my heart to become so damaged. He allowed me to become so oppressed in addiction beyond what I thought was even repairable, because He knew that when He finally healed me with His love, with God's true love, which is the only thing that could have possibly healed me, that I was going to love Him like a crazy person. That I wasn't going to go anywhere because there was no way I was ever going to return back to where I came from. Luke 7:47 says this, "Therefore I tell you, her sins or his sins, which are many, are forgiven, for she loveth much." So that's the same thing as saying, for whom much is forgiven, loveth much. 2 Chronicles 7:14 says, "If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven. I will forgive their sin and I will heal them." Amen.